I just want to take some time to talk about investing, okay? And not in the typical sense of how I've talked about it in the past, but I'm going to talk about, investing, probably the most valuable asset that we all have, all right? It's time. How do I choose to invest my time? Just a second. So, like, for instance, right now, right? I've been working on my business stuff for about, today I'm talking, since about 6:30, quarter to 7, and it's about 11:30 right now as I'm making this. And the last thing I have to do, I think, at least for today, is just gotta go make a quick deposit at the bank, and then I'll be good to go. Now, the point where I want to talk about investing your time is, for instance, right now, what I usually like to do is after the month of July, I like to take a look at basically a half year, half season, right? I take a look at all the data and look at all the trends, blah, blah, blah. Where can we improve? Where did we mess up on? What did we do really good on? What worked? What didn't? So on and so forth. So right now, first couple weeks of August here, I'm swamped, all right? But I'm choosing to push off that work. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the bank here, make a deposit, and I'll be done working for the day. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invest the time that I should be putting into my business into studying for the CPA exam that I have coming up here in about a week. Okay, so how do I choose to allocate my time? Quite honestly, the way I used to do it, it was really chaotic. It was really like, I didn't have a set plan or schedule going forward. But now I take a look at what's going to benefit me the most in the long run. And when I say long run, I'm not talking about 1 year or even 2 years or even 3 years. I'm talking about like 5 to 10. Okay, where can I invest my time that's going to give me the biggest return on investment over the long run, over the next 5 to 10 years, okay? And why am I pushing off work that I should be doing today and tomorrow and blah, blah, blah? Because I'm going to choose to invest my time in my accounting career in terms of getting the CPA exam. Because, quite honestly, could my business be bigger right now? Yeah, absolutely. If I would have taken the time to invest more time into my business. But I'm choosing not to. So I'm letting one investment go down while I hope and plan to have another one go up. Because time is just, it's your most valuable asset, like I said. And that's right now a choice that I'm just making because I think it'll benefit me greater in the long run. In terms of investing your time, you just need to, I think, it's just best for you to, what's going to benefit you the most in the long run? That's just something that I think you just need to decide on. And it's not a decision that somebody else can make for you, even though people love to tell us what to do on a day-to-day basis, right? Especially with our lives. They're like, oh, you should have this figured out by this age. You should be doing this by this age. And we all got our own schedules, bro. We all got our own schedules, okay? Currently, right now, I'm investing, a lot of time away from my business. And that's just, like I said, it's a choice that I think is going to benefit me greater over the long run. It's also something that I just want to do, okay? I have an entire accounting career, too, outside of this whole lawn care thing. So when you got, multiple things going on, you got to really be specific as to where you're going to go. Like I said, in terms of, time efficiency, a couple of years ago for me, it was nuts. I was always doing 7, 8, 9, 10 different things in a day, and it felt like I was never getting anything done. So one way that I've changed that a little bit is all right, I'll plan my day, my week kind of before it starts, and it's okay, this day I'm going to spend this much time on this much time on this much time on this, and move on. Get the picture, Doing a million different things in a day is not always the most productive thing that you could be doing with your time. How are you investing your time? Because I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I don't think I've ever studied or researched or looked up or learned about any overnight success, okay? Overnight success, that stuff doesn't happen. It takes time and the right investment to make with your time. you can fact check me, I'm gonna be a little bit wrong on this, but Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook guy, right? It took him 12 years to develop it before he started running a business and profiting off of it. Apple, I think Apple company first went public in like the 1990s. They didn't come out with their first dominant product until the early 2000s, mid 2000s with the iPod. Okay, so there's another decade of work that you didn't see. Warren Buffett has accumulated like 99% of his wealth after the age of 50. Okay, and this dude's worth like $80 billion, okay? 99% of his wealth after the age of 50. So that's a lifetime of work that you're seeing where he's at now, okay? Bill Gates, how long did it take him to develop Microsoft? But all of those people you'll look at today and you could easily be like, oh, that's an overnight success. Personally, I don't think overnight successes work. I think you need to make the right investments with your time, okay? Because time is, in fact, the most valuable asset that we have.